If you haven't been triggered today, well, you're about to be. This compilation is a mix of racist, sexist, and entitled women who have nothing better to do all day except complain. And if you thought you've seen it all, we've got a woman who thinks she's untouchable, another one who turned an $80 ticket into a felony, and of course, one of them called this African-American couple the N-word. So let's look at the 12 most unbelievable Karen freakouts. Let's dive right in, shall we? Number 12. Karen's taking her biscuits way too seriously. We thought we'd better start off this list with some not-so-triggering footage. But do you know why this Karen started screaming at the polite McDonald's manager? It was because she and her son had to drive 2 times around in order to make a separate order. We included this video at the top because halfway through the argument, she calmed herself down. Apparently, that's what one of the employees told her, and this woman took it out on the manager. She was being tolerant and understanding while she was constantly yelling at the girl, complaining about how they should have been treated better as customers. Lady, this girl did nothing to offend you. Why are you even yelling? Number 11. Untouchable Karen. Now, this is the funniest Karen moment of all time. Why? Because while the police officers tried to get this woman to come out of her vehicle with her hands in the air, she started screaming hysterically as if she was doing an exorcism. All kidding aside, it seemed like this Karen was possessed by a demon, the Karen demon. And you know what's the best exorcism for a screaming Karen demon who thinks she's untouchable? A little taser action to calm her down. Man, play that again. Listen to some of those screams. Number 10. Karen makes a scene in front of Gelson's. Even Karens were susceptible to the coronavirus pandemic, and they're rebelling against the rules. For example, this lady was about to enter into a Gelson's supermarket, but she was just informed that she cannot go inside unless she's wearing a mask. And what was her response? She immediately started being hysterical, called the manager and told him how she can't wear a mask because she has a condition. When the manager offered to shop for her, she refused, saying that she had to buy private stuff and she didn't want people seeing. Seeing how unreasonable she was, the manager gave her the number to their corporate office and just left her alone. Number 9. This Karen is cool as a cucumber while being racist. This video of a Karen sitting in one neighborhood is pretty weird. Why? Because this lady was not shouting. She was being completely unreasonable, but she remained calm during the entire video while smashing that like button if you haven't done so already. Just kidding, she didn't do that, but you should. So, what was the problem, you ask? Well, she thought this shady African-American male who was patrolling the streets was about to break into her car. And she demanded, not ask politely, but demanded that this young man explain why he was patrolling the streets with boxes on his trolley. Apparently, she couldn't see that the man was a UPS worker from all the racism blocking her eyes. Number 8. Israel's taken some heat from Karen. This small shop owner experienced the wrath of a Karen firsthand, or so she thought. When the woman walked inside the store and asked him to take down the sign that said the man supported Israel, she got triggered. And we get it. The Middle Eastern problem is a complex topic that people have opposing views on. However, even though she was triggered, Karen forgot this store owner is actually Jewish and was exercising his First Amendment right. Number 7. Little girl's street drawing is not up to Karen's standards. When you make a girl cry because you want your street to be clean, then you've gone too far. What happened was, this little girl did a huge drawing on the street, and another woman came with a hose and started cleaning the chalk. She said she didn't want to look at it because it was ugly. People, as a rule of thumb, when you make a little girl cry because of what you said or did, you need to take a step back and think about your actions. Number 6. Glendora's racist Karen. The events of this video happened in front of a Walmart at Glendora. One woman who was feeling quote-unquote threatened by the Mexican truck driver called the cops and said that he's illegal. She went on to explain to them how this illegal was making her feel insecure and his friend was about to snap his neck. Seeing that the woman was lying, even the cops told her that she was being racist and that she should just hang up. She then went on to say that she had a black father and that her brother was Italian and Mexican. What the hell, lady? Number 5. Entitled Karen worried about the gloves. Again, this COVID-19 pandemic has made numerous Karens feel threatened and insecure. And while the previous one didn't want to wear a mask, this one followed the rules to a point. And she got offended when the fast food worker handled her credit card without wearing gloves. When the guy told her that he had already washed his hands, Karen didn't believe him and called the manager. What did the girl say? She told her that he should have been wearing gloves and that she's sorry. But did she accept the apology? Oh hell no. She went rambling for what seemed like days. Number 4. This is not how you pay for gas. This lady was being really kind and nice to the worker. Okay, roll the clip. Whoa, you know what? This was some other woman we saw. This Karen screamed at the top of her lungs to the girl in the cash register because she ran after her when she thought Karen hadn't paid her bill. And what did this lady do? Well, she got so offended that she was screaming at the girl for 5 minutes straight. When one of the customers started defending her, she started screaming at him as well. And even though the girl kept apologizing, the woman, she didn't listen to a word the cashier was saying. Number 3. Not letting the workers in. This Karen earned herself a reputation for being so racist, she didn't let the workers of the building in because she felt threatened by them, even though they had the keys to the building. One of them even got hot coffee thrown at him. At this point, the man pressed charges. His attorney said that the woman even threatened his family and children, saying that she might harm them. Not knowing who she was and what she was capable of, the man feared for his life and his family's life and filed a lawsuit against her. Number 2. Karen is so racist, she uses the N-word. This couple had just moved in the neighborhood and they were moving their furniture in late during the night. Then out of nowhere, a Karen showed up and starts making drama and saying that they're making so much noise with all that moving that she can't sleep. When the couple tries to defend themselves, she turns her back and goes home to take her phone so she can record them. While heading home, she calls both of them the N-word. The couple is shocked and can't believe what they've just heard. But then she comes back and calls them a bunch of N-word people. Wow! Can you get any more racist than that? Number 1. Karen got a felony charge. This is a perfect example of how an $80 ticket can turn into a felony charge in just a couple of hours. The officer stopped this lady's car because she was driving a defective car for 6 months. The whole fiasco started when the lady refused to sign the ticket, and the police officer asked her to step out of the vehicle. She didn't comply, closed her door and window, and drove off. The police officer got in his car and chased her. When he finally caught her, she got a little zap with his taser and was tackled to the ground. That's why you should listen and do what the officer tells you, people. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what is your favorite Karen freakout? You can tell us in the comment section below. If you'd like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.